The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. You have enlarged the nation and increased their joy. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, as warriors rejoice when dividing the plunder. For as in the day of Midian's defeat, you have shattered the yoke that burdens them, the bar across their shoulders, the rod of their oppressor. Every warrior's boot used in battle and every garment rolled in blood will be destined for burning, will be fuel for the fire. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this.
The whole world is excited in this season, waiting to step and dance the Christmas polka. When is Christmas? What is Christmas? How 25th of December came to be Christmas Day? In the first 300 years after Jesus was born, there was no celebration of Christmas. However, Easter was being celebrated, which was considered as the biggest feast of the Christians. First 300 years, they were now interested in the manifestation of Jesus. So the date fixed for the manifestation of Jesus was 6th of January. They considered the manifestation more important than the birth. However, people still searched for the date and the month and the year. And the church came to a conclusion in the year 336 AD, at the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine, that Christmas will be celebrated on the 25th of December. The first recorded date of Christmas being celebrated is 25th of December. However, there are many traditions and theories as to why Christmas is celebrated on 25th of December. The very early Christian tradition said that the day when Mary was told that she would have a very special baby, Jesus, at the Annunciation on the 25th of March, it is celebrated today, even now, the Annunciation on the 25th of March. 9 months after the 25th of March is the 25th of December. March 25th is also the day some early Christians thought that the world has been made, and also that they knew that Jesus died on the same day. This is one way of thinking. The date 25th of March was chosen because people had calculated that was the day on which Jesus died as an adult. And they thought that Jesus was conceived and he had died on the same day. Apart from this theory, there's also another theory that the pagans celebrated a feast at this time. The pagans worshipped the Saturn, and it is also known as Saturnalia. And according to our scriptures, worshipping any creatures is idol worship. And as the Christians began to grow in number, they could adapt this pagan worship of Saturnalia, in which they exchanged gifts and presents among themselves and also among the children. And they also decorated the trees. Many did not accept this adaptation of the pagan celebration to be adapted into the Christian thinking of celebrating Christmas. However, this was the time, late December, where the dates from the 18th to the 23rd, and later, as the pagans accepted Christianity, 25th was the date fixed, and that is how we have the tradition till today of decorating our homes, decorating the trees in the garden, exchanging gifts to one another comes to us because of this festival, and we adapted it in Christmas. The Roman festival Saturnalia took place between December 17th and 23rd and honored the Roman god Saturn. The Romans, who thought that the solstice took place on December 25th, it is also thought that in 274 the Roman Empire created a new birthday meaning, also held on 25th of December. Christmas had also been celebrated by the early church on January 6th, when they also celebrated the Epiphany, which means the revelation that Jesus was God's Son, and the baptism of Jesus. Like the December 25th date above, this was based on the calculation of Jesus' death, conception, but from the 6th April, not the 25th of March. Now, Epiphany mainly celebrates the visit of the wise men to the baby Jesus. But back then it is celebrated both things. Jesus' baptism was originally seen as more important than his birth, as this was when he started his ministry. The Jewish festival of light, Hanukkah, starts on the eve of Kislev 25th, the month in which Jewish calendar that occurs at about the same time as December. Hanukkah celebrates the Jewish people were able to rededicate and worship in their temple in Jerusalem, again following many years of not being allowed to practice their own religion. Jesus was a Jew. So this could be another reason that helped the early church to choose December 25th for the date of Christmas. Most of the world uses Gregorian calendar, implemented by Pope Gregory the 13th in 1582. Before that, the Roman or the Julian calendar was used at the time of Julius Caesar. The Gregorian calendar is more accurate than the Roman calendar, which had too many days in a year. When the switch was about 10 days were lost, so that the day that followed the 4th October 1582 was 15th October 1582. In the UK, the change of calendars was made in 1752. The day after 2nd September 1752 was 14th September 1752. Many Orthodox and Coptic churches still use the Julian calendar and so celebrate Christmas on the 7th of January, which is when December 25th would have been on the Julian calendar. And the Armenian Apostolic Church celebrates it on the 6th of January. In some part of the UK, January 6th is still called Old Christmas, as this would have been the day that Christmas would have celebrated on if the calendar had been changed. Some people didn't want to use the new calendar, as they thought it cheated them out of 11 days. Christians believe that Jesus is the light of the world. So the early Christians thought that this was the right time to celebrate the birth of Jesus. They also took over some of the customs of the winter solstice and gave them Christian meanings like holly, mistletoe, and even Christmas carols. So when was Jesus born? There's a strong and practical reason why Jesus might not have been born in the winter, but in the spring or the autumn. It can get very cold in the winter, and it's unlikely that the shepherds would have been keeping watch on the hills, as those hills can get quite a lot of snow sometimes. During the spring, in March or April, there is a Jewish festival called the Passover. This festival remembers when the Jews had escaped the slavery of Egypt about 1500 years before Jesus was born. A lot of lambs would have been needed during the Passover festival to be sacrificed in the temple in Jerusalem. Jews from all over Roman Empire traveled to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. So it would have been a good time for the Romans to take a census. So Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem for the census. Bethlehem is about 6 miles from Jerusalem. Many people have studied the Bible. The possibilities for the Star of Bethlehem seems to point either spring or autumn. The possible date of Jesus' birth can also be taken from when Zechariah was married to Mary's cousin Elizabeth, was on duty in the Jewish temple as a priest and had an amazing experience. There is an excellent article on dating Christmas based on the dates of Zechariah's experience on the blog of theologian Ian Paul. With those dates, you get Jesus being born in September, which also fits with the Sukkot. The year that Jesus was born isn't known. The calendar system we have now was created in the 6th century by a monk called Dionysius Exiguus. He was usually trying to create a better system for working out when Easter should be celebrated, based on a new calendar, with the birth of Jesus being in the year. However, he made a mistake in his maths and so got the possible year of Jesus' birth wrong. The Bible. Most Christians today probably can't imagine Christmas on any other day than December 25th. But it wasn't always that way. In fact, for the first 3 centuries of Christianity's existence, Jesus Christ's birth was not celebrated at all. The religions most significantly accepted holidays on Epiphany on January 6th, which commemorated the arrival of the Magi after Jesus' birth, and Easter, which celebrated Jesus' resurrection. The first official mention of December 25th as holiday honoring Jesus' birthday appears in the early Roman calendar from the year 336 AD. But was Jesus really born on December 25th? In the first place, probably not. The Bible doesn't mention it exactly. The Nativity story contains conflicting clues. For instance, the presence of the shepherds and the sheep suggests a spring birth. When the church officials settled on December 25th at the end of the 3rd century, they likely wanted the date to conclude with existing pagan festival honoring the Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture, and Mitra, the Persian god of light. That way, it became easier to convince Roman pagan, subject to accept Christianity as the empire's official religion. The celebration of Christmas spread throughout the Western world over the next few centuries. But many Christians continue to view Epiphany and Easter as the more important festivals. Some concluding Puritans of colonial New England even banned its observance because they viewed its traditions. The offering of gifts and decorating the trees, for example, was linked to paganism. In the early days of the United States, celebrating Christmas was considered a British custom and fell out of style following the American Revolution. It wasn't until 1870 that Christmas became a federal holiday. Wishing all of you a happy Christmas and jingle bells, and wait on, Santa Claus is coming soon.